afternoon, welcome along to Forever United TV, everybody, where we're covering Ruben Amorim's press conference ahead of the Leicester game tomorrow night. FA Cup Friday night football. What is it all about? Like, honestly, right now, these days, every single day, every single time is open to football coverage. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But Ruben has a lot of answers, I'm guessing, well, I'm hoping, because there's going to be a lot of questions coming his way. What is on the agenda this afternoon? Topics, obviously, are going to be injuries, I think, first and foremost. There have been some massive updates over the week. Obviously, we've heard about Lisandro Martinez. There was a club statement released today. We covered it the other day, saying that we've been told that it is worse than first thought. United won't put a timescale on it, but from inside United, it is thought to be a year, being optimistic. That is what we said a couple of days ago. United have released a statement. They haven't even started the surgery proceedings yet. They don't know which way to go and are being very, very cautious with Lisandro Martinez. Basically tells you we were pretty much right in terms of what we were told regarding this being an open book of how long this could be and how long Martinez is going to be out for. But yeah, not looking good on that one. So obviously questions on that. Luke Shaw, the mix-up from yesterday. Luke Shaw being out for another 4 weeks. Is he? Isn't he? There's been mixed reports from different sides of the media and leaks out of United about Luke Shaw's fitness right now and where he is in his recovery. Apparently he's out for another 4 weeks with another injury. United have come out, I think, and leaked some news out to some sources within the media saying that that's not true. Maybe questions like that will be answered. Is there any truth in Bain there being injured and carrying an injury as well? Will Patrick DORGU start? He's obviously going to be asked questions on the transfer market. Manchester United's funds. Are you happy with your transfer business? Obviously knowing that the club is going to come out and say anything. And as always, it's the coach / the manager that comes out and fronts up to the media and tells us all of the answers. And that's on Ruben Amorim again today. So tough press conference ahead for Ruben. Very difficult questions, I think, to answer coming in as well. Obviously, he's going to be quizzed on Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's obviously met him. Oh, no, he didn't actually meet him, did he? Because he was saying he gets the opportunity to meet Van Nistelrooy, but Ruud has also been talking. We're going to go through what Ruud has said in his press conference ahead of this game. Loyalty's out of the window with Ruud van Nistelrooy. He is going all in and fully prepared for Manchester United. We'll get through that. There are some more little snippets of news going around as well, which we'll get into before the press conference starts. Approximately 10 minutes time, we'll have the quotes for you live from the press conference. We'll hear what Ruben's had to say on all of that we think is going to happen. I can pretty much guarantee that you are going to get them questions that I just said in the opening there. We do need to know and have a bit of clarity on certain things. And hopefully we will get the answer to Patrick DORGU. We've got the poll running up in the chat right now. Will Patrick DORGU start tomorrow? Should he start tomorrow? We're going to get into that and get your thoughts on that straight away in terms of whether you think he will, whether you think he won't. Is it too soon? Do United just literally simply need to start playing players in the right positions and start getting a little bit of rhythm out of the system of Ruben Amorim and what he wants? So yeah, we asked that this morning, what would your best team be? We're probably going to get into that more throughout the day, to be honest. I'm going to nip across to the memorial straight after this press conference video as well. Obviously, it is Remembrance Day for the Munich air disaster as well. So, Flowers of Manchester, I'll be over if anyone is there. I'll say hello. I don't know if you are going or not, but I'll be outside Old Trafford today. That is, for anybody who does want to go, just walk up and watch the service outside of Old Trafford. It starts at 2:45 this afternoon, so 2:45. That's what time it's all kicking off there as well. So if you haven't done it before or haven't, I definitely recommend doing it. If you have got a bit of spare time in your day, head down to Old Trafford today and obviously pay your respects to the Busby Babes and the Flowers of Manchester. It's quite a fitting service every single year. There's loads of people turn out. And it is an emotional ceremony, but definitely worth it if you get the chance. I promise you won't be disappointed. But let's get into the press conference and let's get into everything that Ruben is going to be talking about. So quickly, before we actually do get into that, in terms of the situation where Manchester United are, Larry Whitwell, in terms of finances, that is, I should say, Larry Whitwell has come out and said that Manchester United We'll obviously have to be very careful with funds leading up to the 30th of June. And then there will be funds available after that, like we've said. But it is still going to be tight. So I think, again, Manchester United giving the media something to go off. Giving a little snippet as to what is to come. But really, United will be spending big in the summer because they have to. I think they'll be spending big because they're selling big. I think that's what's saying. So really, what we can look at from what Laurie Whitwell just said there is that Manchester United haven't got loads of money, which we never seem to have loads of money, do we? But we always seem to be able to spend quite a lot. And I did say last summer we sold a lot of our homegrown players, and we were able to spend quite big, over 200 million, in fact, in the summer transfer market. So realistically, when you look at it, it's just going to be all the same again, I think. But with a different approach because Ruben Amorim's in place. So, yeah, I feel like we are in a position now where we can really test Ruben after the summer. We're not in a position now, but obviously in the summer, we're going to be in a position where we can start looking at Ruben properly. And I think finances, and from what Laurie Whitwell was saying there, I think that's just the club putting the feelers out there and just making sure that everybody knows that Manchester United are going to be playing hardball again in the summer, and nobody is going to be getting any free rides out of this football club when it comes to negotiations for ins or outs of certain players. So yeah, that's where we're at with obviously the financial side of things. Obviously there are more rooms. Again, a few more reports are coming out from a few sources regarding Gyökeres this morning. Again, I touched on it briefly in the early morning show. Not that much really to get into, not that much to talk about, to be honest. It's nothing until the summer. And Gyökeres is open to a move to Manchester United. That's what you need to know. That's really all that's being spoken about right now regarding that move. Obviously, there is the reinforcements, and United, again, and this was Laurie Whitwell who came out with it, Sporting and Gyökeres teammate Giovanni Quenda, who we have touched on already from what David Ornstein said in the window. Manchester United looking very, very positive regarding the acquisition of Quenda, and is one of the top targets. We also talked about Wesley from Flamengo being one of United's top targets as well. So it does look like United are actively looking for players down that right-hand side, having what they feel sorted around the left-hand side. You've obviously got the likes of Diego Leon, who is in backup probably to Patrick DORGU. Hopefully Patrick DORGU actually hits the ground running, and everyone can go into the summer thinking, right, we just need to sort the right-hand side out, because if DORGU has a stinker for the next 4 months, you know what it's going to be like. The fan base are going to be clamouring for more players to come in, and again, it's going to be poor investment. Why did no one recruit this player? Okay. DORGU is going to need as much time as everybody else has had at Manchester United to even find his feet. And I don't feel like the players that Ruben Amorim is bringing in are all going to gel straight away. I think it takes time. I think they're the right players that we are looking at, or what's rumoured to be looking at, and they will fit in the system. But until everybody's on song with the system, then obviously other players are going to struggle. It's like you're expecting DORGU to come in and just change everything at United instantly. That's not going to happen, because he has to link up with Garnacho, who is still struggling himself. He has to provide for forwards who don't score goals. And how is he going to be judged? Is he giving United a bit more attacking prowess? Is he going to give us a bit more steel, physicality, speed down that left-hand side? Well, it only looks good if he's got someone else who's also on board with the system and knows what he's doing. So let's ease off on judging Patrick DORGU. Well, he's still finding his feet at Manchester United. I think the sooner he gets in the side, the better. And hopefully that question will be asked today. I'm pretty certain it will be, that Patrick DORGU signed up, official. Is he going to get his debut against Leicester? That question has to come in to the press conference today, and hopefully someone is there someone who is there will actually ask that question, and we can get answers to it as well. Quickly on tonight's content as well, we'll have the normal show coming in probably around about 6 o'clock tonight, slightly earlier than normal because of all the football. I've got something to do in between, and then we will be back again for the football. Liverpool versus Tottenham on Football Talks, and that is the QR code bottom right-hand corner of your screen there in yellow. If you haven't already been over and subscribed to our other channel where we do some other content and watch-alongs as well, please do that. Let's get into the comments before everything kicks off with Ruben. Give me your thoughts on everything, everybody. Get into the comment section, please. And let's get going. Please give the video a like. Make sure that you have subscribed to Forever United TV as well, everybody. And let's get this show started. Good afternoon, Reds. Excited for DORGU's debut. That's from Boxing. Golden. All I'm saying is never expect United to do the sensible thing. It wouldn't shock me if he's not even registered. He is registered, so he is available. The club is run by incompetent people. I don't think on that side we are run by incompetent people anymore. We was, but not now. I don't think anyway. Sean says, Baynder, Yoro, Dilic, Mazraoui, DORGU, Ahmad, wingbacks, Toby, and Agate breaking up play. Bruno and Mainu in at the 10s and Rasmus up top. RIP Busby Babes and all who died that night. Well said, Sean. In terms of your team, buddy, I don't know if Baynder is actually fit. Like, there is a rumour that he is injured, and I was talking about it this morning. Like, I think looking into by the end of the season, obviously, I think Baynder has played a certain amount of games. I don't know if he's fully fit. There was a rumour that he did have a knock. I want Baynder, if he is fit, in from now until the end of the season in every single game. I think every game is important. And I think these defenders will start to perform better. I've never been an advocate of rotating goalkeepers. I understand giving a goalkeeper a chance to see if after another one he's been in bad form and then he stays in, doesn't he? Surely he has to stay in. If you're rotating goalkeepers, that defence cannot get used to lining up, cannot get used to what's going on behind them. I feel like, I say it again, the goalkeeper needs to be a mainstay. Give me something to be upbeat about, mate. Leicester are favourites for tomorrow. No, they're not. We're not going to suddenly start playing well. Leicester are not favourites. Simply because they are just worse than us. I'm not saying we are better. I'm not saying we've got any better. I'm saying that Leicester are dog shit and we should be beating them. But, like Ruud van Nistelrooy says, as you can see going across the bottom of your screen there, he was asked questions about Manchester United's form. He doesn't believe in sequences. He doesn't think that it has an effect on things. You can still win a game even if you've lost a couple. That's what he says. He wouldn't like to be selecting or dealing with Manchester United's squad list. That's down to Ruben Amorim. But we are prepared for this game and we're looking at ourselves. And I know every single one of these players inside and out. So if there's any man out there that's managing a football club, whether they're in poor form or not, who knows what Manchester United are all about and how to set up against them, it's definitely Ruud van Nistelrooy. So, yes, let's just see exactly how Ruud sets up and how this game is going to go tomorrow. But Ruud will have them ready. The poll as well, which we have running, should DORGU start tomorrow? 91% of you have said yes so far. Keep voting on that because the quotes are about to drop, everybody, from Ruben Amorim's press conference. So we're going to keep you completely up to date. So we are ready to rock and roll any moment now. So just be ready. Updates are coming. So these are the quotes. The embargo was, so Ruben Amorim has actually already spoken. The quotes were embargoed until 1:30, so they are about to drop now. So we're going to bring you every single one of them as they come. Okay, first one out, obviously, is about the injuries. Amorim on Martinez and Luke Shaw. Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw's injuries. Ruben says, Leacher is a difficult situation. He's going to be out for a while. We don't know the extent of the injury, but it's going to take time. Luke has one small issue in a different area from the last injury, so we will try to be careful with Luke. Again, that pretty much tells me that everything that was said beforehand and what we covered this week is bang on the money. Lisandro is going to be out until next season. God knows what time into next season. But that will be going off early guesses. That will be Lisandro Martinez's equivalent to missing 2 seasons now at Manchester United through injury. Not a great start when you consider he's only been at the club 3 years. But that's what it equates to in terms of games, near enough. And that, I think, is, well, it's damning, it's horrible, and it's ridiculous. Luke Shaw, again, I think he's just saying there he's not going to be back. I don't think we'll see Luke Shaw this month. I think the reports of the 4 week are United basically leaking out to the media that Luke Shaw is okay, but there is a little issue. I think Ruben's just said it there. I think 4 weeks is probably right for Luke Shaw. That's what we're going to be looking at. DORGU and Heaven in Friday's squad. That is a question that has just been asked. Well, we'll see. You guys have to wait until tomorrow, but they are ready to play and are two more solutions in this moment. I like that answer. They are ready to play and are two more solutions. So, on DORGU, yep, that's fine. And I think we're expecting him to be in the squad. We chased him. We give the ultimatum to Lecce. Their people have just come out today and said, look, literally, it was now or never for DORGU to go to Manchester United, and that's why the deal has been done. Again, another Ineos ultimatum to get somebody in like we did with Ruben Amorim himself. But Aiden Heaven is an interesting one there, because Aiden Heaven is only 18 and brought in from an academy with no first-team experience or significant first-team experience. But Ruben has said there that he is an option for Manchester United, and they are something else in this moment that they can use. So looks like Heaven is going to be a mainstay as well at Manchester United in that first-team squad. Interesting comments there on that one. And again, every single question I thought would be asked has been asked in the first three, near enough. Amorim on the January window. What I feel is that the club is taking its time. We know the urgency of the moment of the team. Everybody here doesn't want to make the same mistakes of the past. In the summer, we will see. But like I said, we are being really careful with transfers because we did some mistakes in the past. Again, alluding to issues that Manchester United have had before, issues that Manchester United have had prior in transfer windows, and what they're dealing with now, really. When you look at it, it is the same sort of thing is what he's talking about, is what we're all talking about, which is the players that cost a lot of money, that are on a lot of wages, that are really hampering us moving forward. He's going back to that again. Could the league position get worse, is a question. Oh, that's a tough one. And Ruben's answer on this one, no. I think is the moment that is hard to turn things around. Unjust a few games, as in unlucky in a few games. It's going to be like that really hard until the end of the season. We are taking that risk you talk about. We want a different thing in the team. Profiles in that area was my decision to do that. We are taking some risk, but is the way we want to proceed. We want to win some games. We have time to train because I'm always complaining, improve the players. I want certain types of players with different profile, and we are changing right away. So, talking about the position in the league, he's preparing everybody for the worst, is what he's doing. That's pretty much what he's saying there to me. I think he's just saying, basically, United right now are in a position where we are trying to implement something straight away. And if you're implementing something straight away, you're going to get the backlash to it. And that's what he says. Just to go over some other people's quotes. In terms of the transfer window, again, he's talking about changing the risk. I know when I choose this profession that you have to risk of results, and I knew when I came here, I look at the schedule, I look at the team, my decision changing everything in the middle of the season without new signings is a danger for a coach, but I have a clear idea of what I want to do, and I take these risks because in the end it is going to pay off. Very confident reaction there from Ruben. Go on, Ruben, lad. Get in there. Give it to him. Yes, it will make a difference, and we will get back. Come on, that's what I like to see. A bit of fighting talk from the coach. Get in there, son. Very aware, though, of what dangers he's under. Someone has asked him about Marcus Rashford. And the brilliant answer from Ruben Amorim, of course, would be, Marcus is in Birmingham now with Unai Emery. We are just focused on our players. What an idiot asking that question. Like, seriously. Ruben Amorim, whether Patrick DORGU and Aiden Heaven will play. We talked about that. They are players that can help and are solutions in this moment right now. Be careful with transfers again, just to go over that. Luke Shaw, difficult situation regarding his injuries. We covered that. Him and Luke Shaw out for more time. Obviously, Lisandro Martinez won't be back until next season. United, like we said this week, that Luke Shaw is a bad injury. And they don't want to put any timescales on it. When that comes around and that happens, you know it's a bad one. You know it's going to be a long time out. Ruben Amorim again. I am not naive. This is a sport of results, and we are in a difficult situation again. People asking and probably trying to get something out of him regarding the results right now and how Manchester United are performing. Also, when asked about his position and his job, could he come under pressure? That is clear. It is also exciting. I know when I choose this profession, I've just said that one actually. It was just a different quote actually. It came through on a different page. But basically saying, and the question asked to him for that answer when he said he knows the pressure that he's under was if his job was under threat. So that him answering that was he knows that he is going to make this work. He has to trust himself. He made the decision to come in knowing that this was going to happen is basically what he's saying here right now. On Rashford again. Guys, in the summer, like we said before, we are fighting for our jobs until the summer. I am just focused on these games. Marcus is in Birmingham with Unai Emery. A little bit more on top of this one there. Scoring goals. A question there. A problem about scoring goals. We have to find players to play in different positions. You can see the way we play is going to take time to and not solve all the problems. We have many shots inside the box and catch one player. This is all Ruben quotes. This might be a bit of lost in translation side of things. Ahmad can score more. Bruno can score more. Even Kobe can score more playing in their position on the pitch. So we have to improve as a team. We have a little bit of time. Let's see in the end of the season. Not giving much away there. He just wants more from his players. Is how I read that one. Players not really performing too well is definitely how I read that. And him not being happy with the majority of his squad in terms of forwards. They need to do more. He's called out Ahmad, he's called out Bruno, he's called out Kobe Mainu. Interesting now he's not alluded to Garnacho there, but I'm guessing there was sort of just names on the top of his tongue that he was just reading off for the media and answering that question. But yeah, goals are a definite issue for Manchester United. 100% they are. But honestly, you tell me in the comment section, everybody. Do you feel like there is anybody that can go on a bit of a goal-scoring run in this side? Has anybody proved that they are capable of doing that? There isn't. So, effectively, what he's saying is they all need to start scoring because there's not one player out of this team that's going to take it on themselves and start scoring multiple goals from now until the end of the season. It's just not going to happen. So what we are saying here is that Ruben Amorim knows that everybody has to contribute to get the goals in because he hasn't got a goal scorer. There's no Victor Gyökeres yet at Manchester United. And like he says, in the summer, they will have to make sure that they purchase the right players. They need to be very, very careful in the transfer market and not make the same mistakes again. And that, ultimately, is what he's answering there in terms of how many goals Manchester United will score, how we change our fortunes in front of goal. Another one here. Again, that one just on the depth of the forward line. Lots of people talking about that one I can see online as well. In terms of scoring goals, it is a big, big problem. Let's just check on what you're all saying with this and what you think. The defence will be interesting. Who's going to be behind DORGU if he does play? Surprised Ineos haven't cut the cost of the service and stopped it. Busby Babes, as in terms of the service today. No, I don't think Ineos will be at that service today. They was at the last one. I don't think it's a good place for him to be right now. Crazy not to pay $5 million when you have no goal scorers. $5 million for who? I don't know football. We're talking Mathis Tell, who is not a proven goal scorer. He's a talent that could be the future, but proven goal scorer? No, not really. Not for me. And really, was it? Because it was $10 million for Spurs. Could it have been more? Afternoon, Anthony, as well. Afternoon to you as well, Realist. Let's just see. No, Adam, we don't look like scoring at any time within a match. Very worrying, says Anthony. It is. We need a beast, a bully for the opposition box. We do need that sort of striker, don't we? Did you see them stupid rumours regarding Harry Kane's release clause? Honestly. Oh, God, some column pages and some journalists are like, seriously, let's give it a rest. that ship has sailed. You might as well try and bring back Gareth Bale if you're going to start talking about bleeding Harry Kane. Goals would not have been a problem if we had signed Solanke, in my opinion, Adam. I don't know. Solanke is just about finding his feet now. Good player, but I don't think United will be spending 60 mil on him. Definitely not. We need Højlund to do diagonal runs, be less selfish to help wing-backs and the midfield push up. What we need Rasmus Højlund to do is actually identify what type of striker he wants to be. He needs to be someone running off the shoulder of defenders and not someone who is fighting with every single giant centre-back that's out there in the Premier League. Just looking around to see if there is any more quotes from the press conference on this section. Let's bear with me one moment. Let's just see. This might be the end of it in terms of actually the embargoed version. There is usually an embargoed version, and we'll have more a bit later on as well. So that will be interesting to see if anything else comes out. He also talked about hard to do things and turn things around in a few games. It's going to be like that's hard until the end of the season. Yeah, again, that was Laurie Whitwell who probably asked that question. I've just seen his tweet come through now as well. But yeah, all in all, I think he's just covered bases in there. Again, I'm just waiting to see if that is it for the time being on the press conference on part 1. Because it will be a 2-parter. I'm guessing the juicy quotes will be out tomorrow morning or even later tonight. So we'll have them covered as well. But yeah, let's get into the comment sections just while we get confirmation on that being the first part done. Does anyone think that we will end up with a plus goal average at the end of the season? No, I don't. Actually, there might be one game where we just have a bit of a goal like bonanza, a little bit of a goal sort of frenzy or something like that. Maybe beat a team 3 or 4-0. That might give us a little bit of a boost. But no, I don't. I think it'll be the second season in a row where we don't get plus goal difference. Wingbacks for Amorim at Sporting had 32 assists. Just wait for DORGU and Ahmad to click. Them boom, watch us go. I still feel like he will get another wingback and Ahmad will be one of Man United's number 10s. I do think he wants to buy another 10. As well, and this is why I feel, and don't shoot me down on this, I don't think Garnacho or Kobbie Mainoo are safe at Manchester United. I think if offers come in, United will actively look at taking them offers on. I really do think under Ruben Amorim that they will be open to selling the likes of Mainoo and Garnacho in the summer. If it means him getting his men, or if United get any sort of like sniff that they can get the right player that they need, I think they will be used. I would not be surprised, and I don't want this to happen. Obviously for Kobbie's sake as well, more than any of the others, but I would not be surprised if Rashford, Mainoo and Garnacho are all sold in the summer and Manchester United spend $250 million because of the PSR situation. Sounds like an outlandish comment, doesn't it? But honestly, I can actually see that being a reality for Manchester United. I think that there is something real in that. I do. Let's just see again. I don't know why this isn't updating on this. Let's just see again. Yeah, it does look like that pretty much is it in terms of part 1 of the press conference for Ruben Amorim. I'll just double check again with everybody else's quotes. Yep. It will be a 2-part split press conference. So we are going to see more comments. Maybe there'll be some juicy ones later on this evening, which we will cover in the evening show. Definitely in the morning as well. Friday football seems weird. It really does. But 7-inch destroyer. Yeah. Mainoo must stay. Garnacho can go. Amorim out. That's a bit harsh. I back the coach over the players. The players are the ones that are failing for me. But hey, look, let me know. You get your comments in, everybody, on that one. And obviously, when the video is finished as well, get your comments in on the comment section after the live's done. And tell me, like, do you feel like anybody is safe in this team going into the summer? The way that Ruben Amorim's talking now, and the way that all of the talk is amongst the media, with the Athletic, with Fabrizio Romano, and the big things that are happening in Manchester United summer, all of this is looking like Manchester United are going. When you put it all together, big changes from what Romano said. Laurie Whitwell saying United can spend, but finances are very tight. How do Manchester United get by that? We've already seen that they've been open for offers in January for certain players. They've not renewed certain players' contracts you thought they would do, and the old regime probably would have, but they haven't. I would not be surprised if, alongside Rashford, goes Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo, and United cash in on homegrown talent. It'll be uproar, but it would all depend on what came in the other way. And we'd see what the fan base thought of it then. Like, for instance, if Kobbie Mainoo and Garnacho were sold, and you brought in the likes of Edison and Gyökeres and these types of players, and Quenda came in replacing them, what would you feel then? That's the question, really, that it's going to be, I think, talked about quite a lot within the fan base. That will be the big debate anyway, won't it? But yeah, talk to me about that in the comment section below, everybody. Let me know what you think about that. But that pretty much, I think, does look like press conference completely covered. And yeah, we will be back later on with more quotes from Ruben Amorim's press conference and everything. Just to round it up, hot topic and the main one that we wanted to know about, will DORGU feature tomorrow against Leicester? He is in the squad and is available, and a different solution for Manchester United now. And that, I feel, is where we're at. That is what everybody's looking for right now. I mean, that's the only thing we can cling on to right now. Positive-wise, we're looking at DORGU maybe getting his debut, and that's it. That's where you go. And United get a win, obviously, but Rudy's ready. Rudy's come out and said he is ready, so be prepared. That is the press conference, everybody. You're completely up to date with everything going on around Manchester United. No confirmation of return dates for either Martinez or Luke Shaw. DORGU is in the squad, so too is Aidan Heaven. At United, obviously, when asked about transfers, the reason they didn't go in was because they have to be careful and the right players are just not available for them in January. That pretty much sums up the press conference. Ruben in optimistic mode. He believes that he will get it right, and this is the right way to go. But we are going to have to suffer some more yet. Get your comments in below. Let me know what you think, everybody. I will be back later on around 6 o'clock this evening with the update show for you all. Hopefully you can all join us there. We will have the watch along then after that for the Liverpool and Spurs game, Anfield semi-final on Football Talks. For now, that is us all done. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you please give the video a like on the way out. Make sure you also have subscribed to Forever United TV. Help us get to that 75k, 3/4 of the way to that 100k mark. Thank you for your support, everyone. I'm off to watch the Munich Memorial at Old Trafford. If you're there, come and say hello. I will see you then. And then, if not, later on, 6 o'clock.